Now exercise 2.7 question number 1. Write in polar form of the following complex numbers. The first subdivision is 2 plus I 2 root 3. 2 plus I 2 root 3. Question number 1. In exercise number 2.7. Exercise 2.7 question number 1. Subdivision 1. Write in polar form the following complex number 2 plus I 2 root 3. Given 2 plus I root 3 is a complex number, that is equal to x plus iy. That is x plus iy. Now polar form 2 plus I root 3, 2 root 3. Polar form of 2 plus I 2 root 3 equal to r into cos theta plus I sin theta. I have written here, this is a polar form. R into cos theta plus I sin theta. Here r is nothing but square root of sum of the squares of real and imaginary part. So 2 square plus 2 root 3 whole square. That is equal to root of 4 plus 4 into 3 12 equal to root of 16 equal to 4. Therefore r equal to 4. This is known as modulus value. R equal to 4. Now we should find theta. Now theta equal to, before find theta you should find alpha. Alpha equal to tan inverse of modulus of y by x. That is equal to tan inverse of modulus of y by x is this y equal to 2 root 3 and x is 2. So 2 root 3 divided by 2. When we simplify, we'll get alpha equal to tan inverse of root 3, positive value of root 3, modulus of root 3, positive root 3. But tan inverse of root 3 means, which implies theta equal to root 3 means tan 60 implies root 3. So theta equal to 60 degree. We should write in radians, that is pi by 3. So theta equal to alpha equal to pi by 3. Here which is equal to tan inverse of root 3. So tan inverse of modulus of root 3 is taken as root 3. Now tan inverse of root 3 means alpha equal to 60 degree. When we write in radian, that is pi by 3. 60 degree equal to pi by 3. In radian it is pi by 3. So alpha equal to pi by 3. Now we should find theta. The given complex number have both sides of real and imaginary part as positive. So the given complex number lies in the first quadrant. The given complex number lies in the first quadrant because both real and imaginary are positive. Both real and imaginary positive, it lies in the first quadrant. If it lies in the first quadrant, then theta value will be equal to alpha value. The theta equal to alpha. So we need the value of theta to complete polar form. To find this theta, if both the complex numbers both real and imaginary part lies in the first quadrant, the theta value is nothing but the alpha value. So which implies theta lies in, now theta lies in, or the complex number lies in first quadrant. It lies in first quadrant. So theta lies in first quadrant. First quadrant. Therefore theta will be equal to alpha. That is equal to pi by 3. Now substituting the value of r and theta in the above formula, polar form, we will get the polar form of the given complex number equal to, that is 2 plus I 2 root 3 equal to r into, r is 4, 4 into cos theta, theta is pi by 3, cos pi by 3 plus I sin pi by 3. So this is a polar form of 2 plus I 2 root 3. Very simple. The respective polar form is r into cos theta plus I sin theta. We need to find r and theta. To find the formula, to find r, we have formula r equal to root of x square plus y square. That is sum of the squares of square root of sum of the squares of real and imaginary part. So by using the formula, we can find r equal to 4. So and then find alpha equal to tan inverse of modulus of y by x. That is tan inverse of y by x is 2 by root 3 by 2, that is root 3. Alpha equal to tan inverse of root 3 implies alpha equal to 60. Taking tan and both sides, tan alpha equal to root 3. So the alpha becomes 60. For 60 degree, we'll have tan value root 3. So alpha equal to pi by 3, that is 60 degree. Now we need theta to substitute here. So theta means to find theta, to check whether the complex number lies in the quadrant, which quadrant it lies. So 2 root 3 both are positive here, both real and imaginary are positive. That means the complex number lies in the first quadrant. If it lies in the first quadrant, the theta value equal to alpha value. So the alpha and theta are equal, theta equal to pi by 3. Substituting r and here r equal to 4. R and theta in the above formula will get 2 plus I root 3 equal to 4 into cos pi by 3 plus I sin pi by 3. Okay, suppose the complex number lies in the second quadrant, theta equal to pi minus alpha. If it lies in the third quadrant, theta equal to alpha minus pi. If it lies in the fourth quadrant, theta equal to minus alpha. So for all the cases, if it lies in any of the quadrant, we should first find the value of alpha by use of the formula tan inverse y by x. Then only we can complete according to the quadrant. Then we can substitute in the format. So the polar form of 2 plus I 2 root 3 is 4 into cos pi by 3 plus I sin pi by 3. Question number 1, subdivision number 2. Find the polar form of, write in polar form 3 minus I root 3. 3 minus I root 3. Write in polar form 3 minus I root 3 is given. So polar form of a complex number equal to x plus iy equal to r into cos theta plus I sin theta, which is equal to r into cos theta plus I sin theta. To find r, we have formula root of x square plus y square, that is square root of sum of the squares of real and imaginary part. Real part square 3 square 9 plus imaginary part square root 3 square 3, that is equal to root of 12, that is equal to root of 4 into 3, that will be equal to 4 into is 2 root 3. So 4 root 3 will be equal to 2 into root 3. So r equal to 2 root 3. Now alpha, we should find alpha. Alpha equal to tan inverse of modulus of y by x, that is equal to tan inverse of modulus of y by x means root 3 by 3 y by x, which is equal to tan inverse of 1 by root 3. Now for 1 by root 3 we have tan values, tan values here, angle value theta. Now tan 0 0 degree, tan 0 degree is 0, and then 30 degree it is 1 by root 3 and the tan value. Then for 60 degree the tan value is root 3, and for 45 degree it is 1, 45 degree it is 1, and for 90 degree it is undefined. So these are the values of tan values, these are the respective angles. When we write in radian, 0 degree is 0, 30 degree is pi by 6 in radian, 60 degree is pi by 3, and 45 degree is pi by 4, and 90 degree is pi by 2. So here 1 by root 3 occurs. So 1 by root 3 means it is pi by 6. So theta alpha equal to pi by 6. Now we should find theta. To find theta, the real and check the real and imaginary part. Here real part plus, imaginary part minus. So plus minus means it lies in. Here plus plus, here minus plus, and then this is the quadrant of plus minus. So theta lies in third quadrant. Theta lies in fourth quadrant. Theta lies in fourth quadrant because it is fourth quadrant. So for fourth quadrant, for first quadrant theta equal to alpha, second quadrant theta equal to pi minus alpha, third quadrant theta equal to alpha minus pi, for fourth quadrant theta equal to minus alpha, which implies the theta value will be equal to minus alpha equal to minus pi by 6. So substituting r value 2 root 3 and the theta value minus pi by 6 in the above value, 3 minus I root 3 equal to r into, r is 2 root 3, 2 root 3 into cos theta, cos of minus pi by 6 plus I into sin of minus pi by 6. We can simplify this again, cos of minus theta plus cos theta, sin of minus theta minus sin theta, or we can left it here itself. 3 minus I root 3 equal to 2 root 3 into cos of minus pi by 6 plus I into sin of minus 2 minus I2. So minus 2 minus I2 equal to R into cos theta plus I sin theta. This is taken as x plus Iy, and x is equal to minus 2, y equal to minus 2 here. Omitting my I, we have minus 2 as y. So R equal to root of x square plus y square. That is equal to root of 4 plus 4 equal to root 8. That is equal to root of 4 into 2, and which is equal to 2 root 2. So 4 is a perfect square, that is to become 2. The root 2 in the same way, writing 2 root 2. So R equal to 2 root 2. Here alpha, we need to find alpha. Alpha equal to tan inverse of modulus of y by x. That is equal to tan inverse of y by x means 2 by 2, minus 2 by minus 2. That is 2 by 2 equal to tan inverse of 1. Or tan inverse of 1. So alpha equal to, when 1 occurs, theta value is 45 degree, in radian it is pi by 4. That is equal to pi by 4. So now check the quadrant in which the complex number lies, both negative. So both negative means it is minus minus in the third quadrant. The third quadrant we have theta equal to alpha minus pi. So theta equal to alpha minus pi, which implies alpha is pi by 4 minus pi. Simplifying this, we will get pi minus 4 by pi 5 minus 3 pi by 4. So the theta is minus 3 pi by 4. Substituting the theta value and the modulus value in the above, we will get minus 2 minus I2 equal to R into 2 root 2 into cos of minus 3 pi by 4 plus I into sin of minus 3 pi by 4. That's all. Now we have another problem, subdivision number 4. And question number 1, subdivision number 4 here, I minus 1 by cos pi by 3 plus I sin pi by 3 is given. I minus 1 by cos pi by 3 plus I sin pi by 3. So first write the numerator in polar form. So given I minus 1, by writing in the standard form, it is minus 1 plus I. So minus 1 plus I equal to R into cos theta plus I sin theta. To find R, we have formula root of real part square minus 1 square 1 plus imaginary part square 1 square 1. The lower imaginary part here taken as 1. So 1i, this means 1i, so 1 is taken 1 square 1. That is equal to 1 square plus 1 square equal to root of 2. So R equal to root 2. Now alpha equal to tan inverse of modulus of y by x. That is equal to tan inverse of y by x means 1 by 1. Because of modulus, it is considered as positive. So tan inverse of 1 equal to alpha equal to tan inverse of 1. Tan inverse of 1 means we have 45 degree. Writing in a radian it is pi by 4. So alpha equal to pi by 4. Substituting the value alpha and R in the polar form. Its respective polar form is R into cos theta plus I sin theta. Substituting the above, I minus 1 equal to R into R is root 2 into cos pi by 4 plus alpha equal to tan inverse of 1 equal to pi by 4. We need to find theta. Now to find theta, the given complex number has minus plus. The real part is negative and the imaginary part is positive. That is minus plus means it is a second quadrant. For second quadrant, theta equal to pi minus alpha. So theta equal to pi minus alpha. Now substituting theta equal to pi minus pi by 4. that is you taking LCM, it will be equal to 3 pi by 4. So theta equal to 3 pi by 4 and r equal to root 2. Now applying in a polar form, I minus 1 equal to r into r is root 2 into cos 3 pi by 4 plus I into sin 3 pi by 4. Now we have written I minus 1 as a polar form, root 2 into cos 3 pi by 4 plus I sin 3 pi by 4. Now can substitute this one in the given problem. Given problem is I minus 1 divided by cos pi by 3 plus I sin pi by 3, which is equal to I minus 1 is nothing but root 2 into cos 3 pi by 4 plus I sin 3 pi by 4 divided by here cos pi by 3 plus I sin pi by 3, which is equal to root 2 into. Now can simplify this by subtracting the argument of the denominator with the numerator. Cos of 3 pi by 4 minus pi by 3 plus I into sin of 3 pi by 4 minus pi by 3. Now simplifying this, 3 pi by 4 minus pi by 3 equal to, taking LCM, it will be equal to 9 minus 4 pi by 12, that is equal to 5 pi by 12. So I minus 1 by cos pi by 3 plus I sin pi by 3 will be equal to, the answer is I am writing here, that is equal to root 2 into, subtracting these two will get 9 pi minus 4 pi cos pi 5 pi by 3 5 pi by 12 plus I sin 5 pi by 12. This is very easy case. Just taking LCM will write. First of all, write the numerator as a write in polar form, and then substituting in the above will get this type of answers, and simplify this will get a root 2 into cos 5 pi by 12 plus I sin 5 pi by 12.